What's up, Star Wars nerds, and welcome to another episode of Brett on Fett. On today's episode, I'm going to be discussing the ongoing situation with the Hasbro pre-ordering process and distribution for their Star Wars action figure lines. And then we're going to be taking a look at some recent pickups of mine. Let's get to it.
Come on, don't give me that. Come on, let's go. We gotta have turnover. We want a cheeseburger? Come on, everybody got a cheeseburger. You want a cheeseburger? Come on, cheeseburger.
I don't want a cheeseburger. It's too early for a cheeseburger.
Too early for a cheeseburger? Look! Cheeseburger.
Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 20 of Brett on Fett. And you know, when it comes to collecting Star Wars figures, the whole pre-ordering process in conjunction with the actual distribution of product has been a very hot topic for a while now. Just trying to secure a pre-order can sometimes be a total nightmare for collectors, and the time gap between placing that pre-order and actually receiving your product was getting larger and larger. Whether the global pandemic wreaking havoc on the world's production and distribution is 100% to blame, or if some decisions on the part of Hasbro have also been a significant factor, the bottom line is it's resulted in an overall frustrating experience for most Star Wars collectors. Although in recent months we have seen some positive developments with respect to delivery timelines in countries such as the UK and Canada, in other countries such as right here in the USA, we're still experiencing some major delays for a lot of the product. And so with all these pre-orders stacking up with such long turnaround times, a question that has been coming up a lot recently within the Star Wars collecting community is whether or not Hasbro should simply pump the brakes on putting up so many pre-orders until majority of these existing pre-orders have been filled. And I think it's a legit question. Hasbro says they are giving us what we asked for by being more transparent, by letting us know as soon as a product is greenlit for production, and by giving us that opportunity to order the product as soon as it's confirmed for production. Well, if we did in fact ask Hasbro to give us the opportunity to pre-order their products as soon as humanly possible, maybe we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. I mean, there are some of us who have so much stuff up for pre-order still that it's really hard to keep track of it all. And then if a lot of this stuff actually ships at the same time, we can be hit with a bill for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, which can be really tough for the average collector. To put this all in perspective, let's take a quick look at my personal pre-order situation. Alright, so if you watched my episode 3 of Brett on Fett, I went over an app that I like to use called my Toy Box. And here I'm just scrolling through from that app all the different figures that I currently have on pre-order. And it's quite a bit, as you can see. And in addition to the app, for pre-orders, I do like to put those into an Excel spreadsheet also. That way I can get some more details on the orders put in there that I can sort by if I want to, just to help keep track of everything better. In this case, I've put all my orders by date they were ordered. And so at the top, you know, it's got some of my older orders. I've got here, you can see ARC Trooper 5 is from June of 2021, almost a year ago that I pre-ordered him and still have not received him. And then, you know, at the bottom, I've got my total number of figures on pre-order. So currently I'm at 48. That number was a bit higher a couple weeks ago, so I've gotten some things in. But you can see my total there is $1,040.26, and that is not counting shipping, guys. And I'd say I'm a pretty average collector. I'm mostly an inbox collector, so I'm not buying multiple troopers, for example, to build an army for my display. So you can imagine how expensive this could be for loose collectors, or even more so for collectors that do both inbox and loose collecting. And again, it's not counting shipping. So if a bunch of these figures got shipped one day around the same time, I'm going to get hit with a pretty hefty bill, and my wife is not going to be happy. And that type of scenario is a real possibility, because if we've learned anything from collecting Star Wars figures in the last 2 or 3 years, it's that we can't plan for when exactly these things are going to arrive, because the estimated shipping dates are completely useless. They are just random guesses from the manufacturer. Okay, maybe that's not fair. Maybe at the time they're best guesses from the manufacturer, but they almost never come to fruition. They're either early or late. You just don't know. So you just got to plan for the worst case scenario. All right. So although I do really enjoy the steady flow of new figure reveals from Hasbro and want that to continue, I do think Hasbro should go ahead and slow down on the availability of pre-orders for those no reveals until we can get this existing backlog of pre-orders down some. So enough of all those boring pre-order woes, and let's just get into some action figures.
Oh! Hey, what'd you do to my friend? The same thing I'm going to do to you, big boy. Oh!
Alright, so first up for my recent pickups, I finally got the Clone Wars Ahsoka in the other day. If you're familiar with my channel, you might know that I love this card back. It's one of my favorites. I never got the original version of this, so I was really excited. Hasbro announced the re-release. The figure looks a little bit better, in my opinion, than the original, especially at the face. And you got all the accessories there with her lit and unlit lightsabers. You can see it's VC 102, and of course the back is that 2.0 type back with just a wave, which is not nearly as good as the original, but I'll take it. And then next up, I finally got the first of the new Battlefront 2 Gaming Greats ARC Troopers. This is the Lambent Seeker ARC Trooper. And what an awesome card back. You can see they put the Battlefront 2 in the name pill. I did the episode the other day about that, but great card back with the Camino in the background, the Clone Lab. And then the figure itself, it's a repaint, but it's a great one. I love the helmet. This color is awesome. It's kind of a lime green. We haven't gotten that before with the TVC ARC Trooper, obviously, and I really like it. It's got all the accessories, and then on the back, you just got 3 different figures from the Gaming Greats wave. You can see it's VC 236. But really excited to get this one. I can't wait to get the other 2. Not sure when those will start arriving in the US. Next up, if you follow me on Twitter, you may have seen last Sunday night I was retweeting Yakface and some others about some interesting figures becoming available in Shop Disney, and it's the Republic Trooper, from the old Republic on the Expanded Universe card. It's unpunched, it's awesome. Yeah, Shop Disney had these go on sale early Monday morning, and this was not a pre-order. They had a bunch in stock. Got my order in, and these things arrived on Thursday for me, and just an awesome figure. Another one I've been wanting for a long time. See all the accessories he comes with his blaster and the vibroblade and that big cannon, and just amazing card back. Of course, the back is different from the original version. It's just that 2.0. It's VC 113. I don't like how Shop Disney puts an extra UPC sticker on there, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little bit bigger than the original. But man, what an awesome figure. And I hope some of you guys out there were able to snag one. Next up, this Droid Factory set. This is not new. I've had this for a while. You've probably seen it in my other videos. And a great set from The Mandalorian. This was actually the first Droid Factory figures I ever purchased. I have not collected the Disney Droid Factory series, even though I love droids for whatever reason. But they had a couple on sale at the same time as that Republic Trooper, so I went ahead and ordered them. They look pretty neat. Starting with this R2W50. You can see it's got the 50th anniversary Walt Disney World. And, I like the iridescent stuff on the cards. You guys know I like that if you follow my channel. I think the way they do the cards is a bit cheesy, the way they Photoshop the image of the character on top of a background. That's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. But looking at the figure, I love the color scheme with the gold and blue. But unfortunately, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but that rose-colored kind of pearly paint that's behind the blue and gold, is very sparkly, glittery, and just kind of looks a little out of place to me for a Star Wars droid. I would have preferred something a lot more matte rather than all those kind of sparkles. I do like on the back how they call out all the different functions of the different droid parts. I thought that was a pretty neat touch. Overall, pretty neat figure. I'd say good, not necessarily great. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to continue collecting more from the Droid Factory or not. And the other droid they had available the same day was BB Proud from the new Pride collection from Disney Star Wars. The name I thought was a bit cheesy. I thought it was a little too on the nose. They could have come up with something a little more clever. And then again, you have that kind of cheesy background where the character is just photoshopped in the front. So I wasn't thrilled about that. However, the droid himself, BB Proud, looks great. I love the color scheme on this guy. He kind of reminds me of what Sabine Wren may have painted a BB droid if she had one. I think they would look great together, a Sabine Wren figure with that BB. The card back's okay. I like the kind of the blueprints for the figure on the background. That's kind of a nice touch. But very similar to the other ones. They kind of got their own style with the Droid Factory. I'm not a huge fan of these card backs, but this BB Proud figure is pretty cool. And up next is not a new retail figure, but an older figure I've been wanting for TVC. It is the Galactic Hunt or foil version of the Magna Guard. What an awesome card back. I've been wanting this figure. I did not have this figure at all, and I knew I wanted to get the foil version one because of all the foil cards. I think the Magna Guard looks the best, the way that foil racetrack matches up with the silvery look of the character. And great figure. This was the only droid in the entire TVC that I did not have, so I'm very happy to get this one. And taking a look at the back, you can see this is number VC18, and of course this is TVC 1.0, so they show an image of the original figure and have a little write-up about it, which I love so much. But very happy with this. I got in my opinion, a very good deal on it on eBay. I was the only bidder. And it just has a little bit of edge wear, but the rest of it is in fantastic shape in my opinion. So my next pickup is actually not a figure. And for those of you who've been following my channel, you may know that I am a huge fan of the character Cadbane.
Whatever Fett is paying you, we'll match. And all you've got to do is stay put and let things play out.
So the other day, the actor that plays Cadbane in the Book of Boba Fett, Mr. Dorian Kinji, was at one of my favorite Star Wars toy stores here in Texas, Order 66 Toys, signing autographs. So I was able to snag a couple of things autographed from Dorian Kinji, starting with this awesome promotional picture of Cadbane. There's Mr. Kinji's autograph, and I just love this picture. I do plan on getting this thing framed, and hopefully someday get the autograph of the voice actor that plays Cadbane. And then next up, Order 66 had these little custom kind of vintage collection style card backs that they do occasionally for these events. So they made one for Cadbane, and there's Dorian's autograph there on the figure pill. And then on the back, it has a nice little bio and the character and the actor. And at the bottom, they've got some other card backs they've done for some other autograph events that they've had here at the store. But awesome items for my collection. Can't wait to get that picture framed and up on my wall. So that's going to do it for another episode of Brett on Fett. Let me know in the comments what you think about the current state of the Hasbro pre-ordering process. Do you think it's getting better, or do you think it's about the same, or maybe even getting worse? Also, let me know if you got any recent pickups that you're excited about. Thanks so much for watching. As always, thank you so much to my subscribers. Please don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Take care, and we'll see you next time.